That's fascinating. And I couldn't agree more. The way you put that, that our own thoughts have the power to disrupt, hold us back and limit us and just cause all sorts of havoc, wreak all sorts of havoc in our life. I thoroughly agree. That's fascinating. Tell me about the musical mantra, or music mantra. Well, what is that?
What was it's basically a piece of music that is composed with an intention, and they were composed on the fly. So the very first one I did was on forgiveness. So I was doing some coaching work with a young lady who had a reoccurring negative pattern. 10 years of creating unhealthy relationships. No matter what she did, different person, same issues, non-respectful, just abusive emotionally, in different ways. And so as we're talking to her, I'm listening to her, I'm like, oh man, she is like totally broadcasting resentment. Who's it against? So I started digging. Well, it ended up against being her father. And as we're digging, I asked her the question. I said, you know what, are you open to forgiving your dad and to letting go of this dynamic? And she said, you know what, I am. I said, I got this idea. Let's experiment here. I'm going to play a piece of music on forgiveness. And I said, let's see what happens. So out comes a piece of music I never played before. It was almost like the guitar played me. I set the intention. Out comes this music. I recorded it in the studio. I sent it to her. Here, play this in your environment. Let's see what happens. 3 days later, she calls me up, Mark, you are not going to freaking believe this. I said, what's up? My dad called me today, out of the blue. And he said, you know what? 10 years is way too long to have unresolved issues. Are you open to sitting down and talking about reconciliation and
Wow.
forgiveness? She goes, Mark, you don't get it. My dad's like macho man dude. You look up macho in the dictionary, he has his picture there. He would never do anything like that. I say, you know what? The biggest thing that we all need to learn is that the outer is a reflection of the inner. You, first of all, one, set the intention to forgive your father. Two, here comes this piece of music with the intention of forgiveness to help change your energy. And lo and behold, what shows up? An opportunity to forgive, which ultimately she needed to do to ever open up to that possibility of creating a healthy relationship. And so it really made a profound change in her life. She ended up creating that relationship later down the road, but ultimately opened up a space for healing and transformation that absolutely needed to take place. So when that happened, I'm like, oh, maybe I'm onto something here.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
literally started creating all these musical mantras, forgiveness, self-confidence, self-belief, self-love, knowing, faith and trust. I mean, everything, all kinds of different things. And then I started, in essence, kind of like prescribing them to the people I was working with so that they could start changing on an energetic vibrational level as opposed to just through thinking about change or presenting different mindsets or whatever. There was also this deeper change taking place within their energetic field. And life is a reflection. It listens to what we're broadcasting and mirrors back without judgment. It says, okay, here you go. Here's what you're broadcasting. Here's what you get. Change the
Wow.
broadcast, and life changes.